The Eagles not done as they try and work it out of the middle once more, but Harvey has other ideas. Pulled off the kick. It comes out towards the grandstand wing. It pitches just inside the boundary line. Will come to rest. No, it won't. It's pushed across the boundary by Zanotti. In fact, it came from below the knee, according to the boundary umpire, and Flood will take the kick. Flood goes down towards the 50-metre line. All the coverage on the ground belongs to the Eagles. If they knock it away from Madden, he's really got problems. He has to go up, come down and chase. McKenna got it across to Ashenko. Zanotti drives it towards the outer side of the ground. Langdon off the ground, gets it to Mainwaring. Mainwaring feeds the hand pass forward. This is Rance. Rance goes long into the forward line. Telling kick, Glendinning on a lead through his fingertips. Izard thumps it out. Now an opportunity for Salmon. Runs up towards the middle to Salmon. Little chip pass over the top to Hawker. Hawker intent on drawing a man. Now he runs away. Gives it back to Salmon, who followed up nicely. Salmon goes towards Anderson. And one of his few touches tonight, Greg Anderson takes the mark inside 50. The question, he's a quality player, but we haven't seen much from him. They need a goal here. And that's a beautiful kick. Anderson puts it through. The 11th goal is on the board for Essendon. They trail 11-7 to 15-13.
Yes, as you mentioned, Dennis, Anderson is a quality player, and he's had fitness troubles at the start of the year. I thought in the second quarter he just started to get into it a bit. Here's a lovely kick, and it's a much-needed goal from Essendon. Looking back at the centre of the ground again, Ashenko and Salmon. Salmon started that play, was a great link-up work, and for a guy 6'8" or 6'9", the old term, really did set that goal up beautifully.
5 goals is the margin. Salmon again trying to get it out from the centre. Had an airy. Good mark taken by Danaher. Well, he's tried desperately hard. Puts it out wide. Gets it across towards Merriweather. Oh, they're going to get into strife here if they're not careful. Merriweather and Johnston. Worsfold. Play on Glendinning. Danger. He can go into the centre. Rance. Back to Glendinning. Now he's under pressure. Needs support. Gets it from Worsfold. A little chip in towards half forward. Hart takes the mark. David Hart. A chance to make it 6 straight goals. There's an Essendon player in the hands of the trainers. We'll see if we can pick up who it is. It might be Mark Harvey, but first up we'll watch Hart fire away at goal and pop through yet another one.
7. This is Williams over the ball, lacking support, but he's going to get a free kick. And generally, the weight of numbers in all the congested situations, all the running situations in this term, have been with the Eagles. Williams goes towards half forward. Barnes is up, off hands. Hawker, he's claimed again 2-on-1. He was going nowhere, Glenn Hawker. Consolation pat there from Miles. Almost in sympathy, realising the problem that confronted that man. So the Eagles have the ball. Miles goes in short. And they'll run it around the outer side. No, Gastev holds up, having taken the mark. Gastev, the defensive side of centre wing. Too fancy by Half as he chips it across towards Hart, but everything is coming as far as the Eagles are concerned. Rance gives it to Ugle, and Ugle goes for a long kick, and that looks pretty good. The youngsters put it through. Well, Murray Rance got a good bounce, and that's been really the story of this game. They've made their luck, certainly, and they're careering away with it now. The Eagles 17-13, and the Bombers 11-7.
Yes, and once again, Rance, although he had that short sojourn on the bench, I couldn't understand that, but he really has been very effective up forward with some very intelligent play. And what he did there, he dwelt. The Essendon players weren't quite sure what to do. He dwelt, laid it off beautifully for Ugle, and I would suggest that's his first goal in league football, Dennis.
VFL football, Malcolm.
Centre bounce. Buick. The Bombers now looking down the barrel as Hamilton tries to get them back in business again. Down towards Salmon across that half-forward line. Zanotti there following the bouncing ball. Does it well. In fact, does it too easily. As he gets it out wide, Lamb was beaten by Hawker. Ugle. After that goal, he is ferreting in after that football. Puts his body over it. And the umpire decides upon a bounce. Now, on the boundary line is Tony Bahaja. Tony, what news have you for us?
Yes, Sandy, well, Essendon is certainly in the wars. Mark Harvey dislocated his thumb as he ran into the fence, so he certainly will not take any further part in the game. And Billy Duckworth has concussion and will not play at all for the rest of this game either. Back to you, Sandy.
Well, thanks, Tony. That's bad news for Essendon to lose Duckworth and Harvey. It's the last thing they wanted when you look at that scoreline, Dennis.
Yes, Sullivan just missing there, deep in the pocket, with 1:15 remaining. So nothing going right for Essendon. I think we've made that point. Rance has taken the mark on the outer side. Things falling into place for him in this term. He plays on, drives it down towards half forward. Glendinning has it fisted away by Merriweather. Big clash of players. Glendinning does well, and Worsfold out towards Gastiv. Good cooperative football there. Gastiv, a real will-o'-the-wisp, gives it back to Worsfold. Worsfold standing, goes down towards full forward on the siren. Explain that to me, Sandy. Technology is not my go. We were showing a little more there than perhaps we actually got in that term. Was Mark Harvey.
They decided enough was enough.
I'm not surprised. Mark Harvey, as you can see, in pain, going out towards the huddle, and a standing ovation for these Eagles, who lead at three-quarter time 17-13, 115 to 11-8, 74. 12 points, 3 goals to 1. The Eagles pulled them back and led by 3 points at quarter time, and then at halftime the margin was out to 21 points. At the present time it's 41 points, 17-13 to 11-8. Just checking the goal scorers. Firstly for the Eagles, Glendinning has 4, Turner has 3, 2 each to Lamb and Gastiv, along with Hart, and singles to Langdon, Renstead, Ugal and Lockyer.
Dennis, we spent some time with...
Her has 2, and singles to Buick, Izzard, Sullivan, Hawker and Johnston. So what about the state of play? As you'd expect, the Eagles now clearing away in possessions. They're really dominating the ball. 180 kicks to 153. Hand passes 91 to 62. So in effect, what you're talking there is about an extra quarter as far as the Eagles are concerned. They've had the ball for about a quarter more in terms of possessions. We'll be back with a final term at the WACA.
Has done the damage with 4 goals to date, marking in front, and an excellent chance to make it 5. The drop punt from Glendinning, the chant will go up, they've got the wave going, everyth's going the Eagles.
Town tonight, the Eagles, and there's tremendous atmosphere at this ground, and Ross Glendinning, as I mentioned, at three-quarter time, I really believe has been the one that sparked them up forward. 5 goals, pretty good night's work, and he really did just judge it better.
Yes, 5 goals to him. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. 18-13 plays 11-8. Ishenko, Madden, won by Madden, down to Flood. It's not at the moment, I'm afraid. Harvey, some obviously not quite as bad as we thought, as Worsfold burst his way through down towards Gastev, couldn't take it at the first attempt, was almost pulled off the football. Ugal over the top, so too Lockyer. Langdon comes in. The umpire allowing play to go on. Here's another one. Lockyer. He's kicked it.
Once again, great play by Murray Rance to get that ball out. And the Eagles just pounced on it, really kept the ball in and pressure, and great forward line work from the Eagles, with it ending up with Lockyer after that. Another fantastic handball from Murray Rance, who really has been a tremendous architect for 2.5 quarters at centre-half forward.
Essendon facing humiliation at the present time. Be in for a rout here. 19-13, 127 to 11-8, 74. Just over 23.5 minutes remaining. So the Eagles off to a flying start. This is Buick. He started the game well. He's been quiet since about midway through the second term. McKenna with dash, gets it across to Brennan. Brennan comes out wide. Ugal leads in the race. Close to the boundary line, gets the hand pass over Danaher. Well, almost. Danaher got his fingertips to that one and deflected it to the boundary line. And they'd mentioned that Mark Harvey is out there. I wonder if Budgie is charging the common fee. Wouldn't be seen again tonight, said Budgie. Well, Harvey has thumbed his nose at the budge. There's the boundary throw in. Anderson's hand pass intercepted by Mainwaring. Back it goes towards half forward. Gastiv almost. Johnston paddles it across towards Rogers. Untidy hand pass. At the ankles of Terry Danaher. This is Hamilton. Hamilton gets it across to support. Harvey boots it back towards centre wing. Tony Danaher gives it to Buick. Buick with dash, runs through the wing, kicks towards half forward. That's better. And Sullivan takes the mark. Sullivan